That's my Palo Verde tree, and my name is Gary Grag. It's a lot to say, but I get through it. Anyway, I wanted to show you possibly a place you might want to come. Oh, look, there's a raptor. Look, you guys. All right, not to interrupt the video, but look, see the guy up there? There's so much. Well, there's a hummingbird harassing the raptor. It's like Wild Kingdom here. It's really fun. Anyway, back to the video. I want to show you my property here down in San Diego, North County, San Diego, Vista, California. You may want to come down here and spend some time. It's a really beautiful place. This will be on my website to show people what they're getting into and what kind of risks they undertake by entering this most dangerous jungle of plants. You could get lost in here, seriously. But we have a video on the interior. We don't have one on the exterior. And of course, as you know, gardens are never finished. Gardens are never truly clean. I decided, you know what? I'm going to film this garden anyway right now. I'm going to film. What better to show you in my natural state and also my garden so that, you know, you kind of, if I made it really pretty once and made a video and you came here, you'd be like, oh, it's a little bit rough. So let's show it rough. Let's show it rough. It's beautiful when it's rough. And then you can see what get yourself into. I also want to memorialize this beautiful garden that several people have been involved with. This property is 2.3 acres. It's located in Vista, California. And the first person to own it was Mr. Barrett. He was a fighter pilot from World War II. And he created this place up here after the war. He came up here in 1946 and he bought this property. He built a small 1 bedroom, 1 bath, 1 laundry room, 2-car garage over there, which I'll show you first out of adobe from the earth that he mined from the site with him and his wife. And then they lived in that. Well, they built the main 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. Those are both rented out. Then another owner came along here who is a strip club owner of San Diego who built a fantasy island style lake in this whole area here. There was a boat dock. There was an island over there where the palms are. There was a bridge going to the island. And anyway, that was his fantasy land. I can only imagine what may have happened here during those years. He was here for 3 years. His name was Skip. Anyway, the pond got kind of nasty, so they filled it in. So I made it a field growing operation with palm trees. These palm trees are all going to grow up and we'll sell them someday. And a pathway system that we will go through. And then after that, Mary McBride and Bill McBride came along, and they were huge into gardening, and Bill was into hardscape, and Mary was into softscape. And if you don't know what those things are, then you shouldn't come here. And anyway, they made these beautiful gardens, and I have been adding on ever since. I've had the property for 4 years. Today is May 30th, 2022. I use this property to grow plants on and also to stage plants to ship up to my nursery in the Bay Area. And anyway, so now you know the whole history of the place. Mary McBride did a really wonderful renovation, and we'll see all that. So let's start out by looking at the wildlife that abounds here in the form of a bumblebee. This might be a long video. There's a lot to see here. So cruising right along. Here's the jungle walk. Let's take the jungle walk. This is where the garbage cans are. But other than that, you know, it's gorgeous in here. All kinds of, if I talk about every plant here, it'll take all darn day long. So we won't. But just know those are a cluster of king palms. I'll mention some of them. Beautiful Duranta sky blue flower. And it's a walled compound. So you really feel like you've got your own private Idaho here. Some beautiful hibiscus. And as you can see, like I said, like normally you'd take a video after you cut the jungle back, but I'm just going to take it raw. I like wild gardens because they require less maintenance. So here's the party patio that Skip, the strip club owner, used to party on right next to what used to be the lake. That used to be a whole lake. That was an island. And so this is a great place. As you can see, super private. You come over here on a hot day. It's nice and shaded by the Tipuan Tipu trees and the tree aloe. And it's a great place to bring a bucket of beer out here and just kind of chill. And they've got some gorgeous hibiscus growing along, some draping hibiscus. And there's also a private entrance here for people staying here. And it is located right here. I will give you the secret code so you can get in. There's a nice little bench and a parking area right on the street, which is extremely convenient to go into my unit, which is the one that is available. Long view, there's the house way over there, 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. Separate structure, my unit, 4-car garage in the back, and then a studio on the far side where Blake currently lives, who's a really nice guy. He can help you out with anything you need. Running up the back of the property, we will just go so far here. It's a beautiful persimmon tree if you come in November, December. And what else do we have? Here's your own private patio. We'll walk through that. Beautiful arbor with jasmine, scented jasmine. And just always just a plethora of floral delight that Mary McBride put in. And the lime tree will hopefully be ready to be giving you limes for your margaritas. And here is the, if you come here in May and June, you'll see the jacaranda blossoms on the ground. And then this area, this pathway does kind of dead end into my sort of work area. Like these are the servants' quarters and I am the servant. And so, what else? Here's a different color of sky blue flower. And of course the gorgeous jacaranda. If it was a sunny day, it would be lit up even more. Here's a beautiful long view this way, which is just spectacular. And we've got lots of aloe and what else? Around the corner here, you'll see some fun stuff. Okay, the pathways just kind of go on forever. Here is a really beautiful peach daylily. You're certainly welcome to pick some flowers while you're here and make some arrangements. We have some really nice flower vases inside the house. And there's the palm grotto over there. This pathway leads out to the driveway, circular driveway. You could park there, but it might be more convenient to park on the street by that gate. And that way it doesn't clog up the driveway. And we have some nice benches to kind of hang out on. This is the unit that is for rent. And if you'd like to know what that's all about, there's a video attached on this webpage to see that. And let's go look at the patio around the corner. It's got everything you need, nothing you don't. And there's a nice little enclave of dinosaur eggs that my artist daughter Rhea made here. Nice little spot. And here is the patio. You can have a very small fire here with the hose ready. We don't want any infernos. This one here really is not for use in this location, as you can see why. But there are some nice chairs out here. There's a hot outdoor shower for after you come back from the surf. My daughter has created a beautiful shell collection of succulents, really gorgeous. And she even, you might see some potted plants back there that are just sort of here for temporary growing purposes. And this is where all the action happens. You can sit out here again with your bucket of beer, your margaritas, and have a really enjoyable time. There's a nice little barbecue right here. Again, just don't start a fire, pull it out a little bit. You don't want the jungle evaporating, vaporizing. So moving right along, there's a secret little pathway that wanders almost secretly into the palm grotto, which used to be there's a table and chairs, which obviously is, I don't know why people, like, I arrange everything, and then somehow other people de-arrange it. I don't understand why. Anyway, then you've got your big, tall king palms right here. I believe there was even a party by the pool last night for the youngsters that live in this building over here. Currently, there's 4 20-somethings, and which it makes it, you know, somewhat lively on occasion, which I appreciate. That's the main house. Blake's unit is hidden in the foliage over here next door. And let's see the carnage on the patio from the night before. Let's see. No, it's not that bad. Anyway, here's the main house entrance, side entrance. Blake's unit here. And there's a wonderful hammock to lounge on. We have a laundry unit here for everybody to use. My shade house with all of my plant experiments are here and there. All kinds of fun stuff going on. And the beautiful swimming pool right here with waterfalls on most of the time. And hopefully by the time you get here, you will see my Mexican pebblestone filler in between my stepping stones complete. It's not complete yet, as you can see, and got all my materials ready to go. Some beautiful lounge chairs. Got some nice rocks you could jump off into the pool if you're extremely careful, and just a gorgeous, lush paradise behind. And let's continue to take the tour around the back. And then we have some, just again, it's kind of fun to come over here, pick a hibiscus. For comparison's sake, that's my hand. That's the hibiscus. Any questions? This is just an incredible plant right here. Pick those inside, put them in a little vase. That'll cheer you up. These are a few bottle brushes that have self-seeded, and we are taking them out. They're getting a little bit, wearing out their welcome a little bit. And as you can see, in late May, there's just nothing but color here, pretty much everywhere you look. And we just saw the tropical side of the property. This is the floriferous side of the property. It's more of a feminine, softer, more flowerful theme going on here. Bees absolutely love this place. It is probably about an acre of gardens. Here's a really beautiful orchid. Yellow orchid. We'll take this little pathway here. There's lots and lots of pathways. Gorgeous rose. More varieties of iris and daylily. This pathway leads back out to the driveway. And yeah, it may be more cleaned up when you're here, but this is about as... We've been doing nothing but weeding in spring. And so the gardens are... There's a beautiful center island, too, of plants and a giant date palm, which feeds the whole neighborhood with the dates it produces. The garden in the springtime is when you get a lot of weeds. So we've been spending all of our time and resources, which is basically time, and pulling the weeds only, and really ignoring the cutback of everything that needs to happen here. So that'll happen later in the summer. We will often blow this clean if we have the luxury of time. But the most important thing in gardens is to make sure the weeds aren't going to take over. And you can see there are very few weeds. There are some. They're very hidden away. We try to catch them before they seed. And so we're constantly, vigilantly looking out, because if a garden like this gets away from you with weeds, you're in a big heap of trouble. So just remember that for your own gardens. Tree fern. And here's a back pathway that leads back out to the main driveway, that way. And we have a little split in the pathway here. We have an outer path and an inward path. I think we'll take the inward. And again, don't be shy about cutting back the flowers a little bit and bringing them inside. You'll be taking a bouquet home with you. And we usually leave a ladder out here by the orange tree because there are fresh oranges available. Here's a gorgeous acanthus flower blooming right now. Orange tree. And we'll take a left-hand turn here. You still haven't seen all the pathways, but video can only be so long. One of my favorite vines right there. That is Distictus river's eye from Mexico. It comes out very bright purple when it opens up. Then it fades to a pink. And ultimately it fades almost to a white. So there's always 4 colors on that plant, including the yellow center throat. And here is where we do all the business. This is where we grow our stuff, where we store our trucks, our materials. You might as well see the whole property. Where we store our dirt. There's plenty of C status over here, purple status, the purple flowering plant. You can take as much of that home as you want and dry that. It dries naturally. It'll last for pretty much forever. But we use that as a filler plant too for erosion control in between all the plants that we grow. And here it is. It's already dried. So anyway, you can. It's a wonderful place to come for our avocado collection. It's a wonderful place to come for inspiration if you're designing your own garden, or especially if you want to pick out some palms for your project, see how they look in location. We are 9 miles from a gorgeous beach. That is Terramar. It takes about 15 to 20 minutes to get there, depending upon how many traffic lights you hit and how fast you go on the freeway. And parking is extremely easy. It's a mixed longboard and shortboard break, really high quality surf, and a gorgeous place to hang out. Here is the long view of all the neighbors' properties. And I'll leave you with just a beautiful glance at my canary palm. Thanks for coming. And if you book directly through me, you will save 40% off of the Airbnb listed pricing. Thanks.